Hello, everyone. My name is Andrea Parton. I am the Discovery and Access Librarian here at the Borum Library at the University of Arkansas, Fort Smith. And in this video, I'm going to go over three main topics. First is going to be my information and how I can help you throughout the semester and your time at UFAS. Number two, I'll go over navigating the library website and what we have available for you. And number three, I'm going to do a brief example of searching by a subject-specific database if you're looking for research articles. So, as I said, I'm starting with my information. So once again, my name is Andrea Parton. My official title is Discovery and Access Librarian. And what that means is that I do all of our cataloging and metadata work. And I am also the system administrator for our library management system, which is called World Share Management Services. And the reason I'm sharing this video with you today is that I am the subject liaison for the departments of education, psychology, social work, sociology, and criminal justice. So, what does that mean? That means if you're majoring in any of those areas, I am here to help you with any questions you might have about the research process, using library resources, or really just anything. If it's something I don't know about, I can help you find the person who does know about it. But my main areas that I'll be able to help you with are looking at specific assignments. If you're struggling with an assignment in a course related to one of my disciplines, you can come to me and show me the assignment and what you're struggling with, and I'll do my best to walk you through it and help you break it down and decide next steps with it. I can help you review time management and prioritization strategies. So some basic college success type information. I can help you conduct field-related research, of course, so I can take a deeper dive into the subject-specific databases that I'm going to be showing you a brief preview of today. And I can also discuss subject resources and search strategies with you as we're looking through those databases and articles. And I can also help you use citation management tools for those references. So there are several ways that you can get an appointment with me, get some time with me, either face-to-face or remotely if you need to do it that way. You can scan this QR code, and that is actually going to take you to the library's appointment booking form. So that form, you can request an appointment with any librarian on campus. So it's not a link specific to me, but you can request an appointment with me through that link. Alternatively, you can reach out to my campus email. That's my first name and my last name. So andrea.parton@uafs.edu. You can just drop by my office in the Borum Library, room 139. Anytime I'm there, I usually keep my main office light off, but whenever I'm here, I turn on a little flashing wax warmer that has little lights on it that shows you that I'm here in my office, even though it's a little bit dark. And anytime I'm in here, you can knock on the door, come on in. If I have something that's coming up, I'll let you know that, I have a time constraint, but you can just pop in and say, hey, I need some help with research or databases or an assignment, or I just need to vent about some issue that I'm having with a class, anything. I'm here to support you. So you can also call my office phone. So my extension on campus is 7206. So whatever method is most comfortable for you, do not hesitate to reach out to me anytime you're struggling with anything on campus. I will do my best to help connect you with the resources that you need. That will lead us to the second part of my presentation. So I'm going to change what I'm sharing with you. And we are going to take a look at the library's webpage. So, I like to keep my homepage on campus set to my.uafs.edu because it has a lot of the most commonly used campus resources all in one central place for me to access. So I find it really convenient to just start there. I can click quickly to my email and from there go quickly to my calendar. Anyway, so uh, the first time you go to the library website, you can come from this page, come over to your quick links on the left and expand academics. They're in alphabetical order. So come down here to the Borum Library, click that, and that'll take you to the library's homepage. So there are a few main places to look here. We have some tabs along the top that are for different types of information that you might be looking for. So you might be looking for information about conducting research, about the services that the library offers, about our collections that we have, information about us as a library and the people that work here, our hours that we're open. We always have, when you come to the homepage, the hours for the day that you're logged in are going to show right here. So it says hours today are 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. But if you need to know the hours for a different day, you can click over here and that will show you a more extended version of our hours. I'll just click on that real quick to show you, and it'll show, the current week and then our normal operating hours. And when we're in summer or maybe winter break, then those hours will be listed there as well. So let's go back to the landing page. You can also access your library account here. So this is where you're going to turn off and on email notifications for your account. So when you're and this is also how you would be accessing an interlibrary loan request is through your library account. In the middle of the page, we have our main search box. So that's going to be, like it says right here, searching everything that you can access through the library. So If you're doing a general or basic search, just getting started with some general topic information, and you're looking for a variety of different types of resources, that might be a place to start. Usually when I'm conducting research, I try to start more specifically, whether I'm looking for a peer-reviewed article, or sometimes some assignments will require you to use print books and or an ebook also. So if you need to have a book as a resource, you can search just the books that we provide access to, and that's going to include both print books that are in the library building as well as ebooks that you can access in our databases. Over here on the right side of the screen is our chat with a librarian. So whenever there is a librarian logged in to our lib chat, you can anonymously, if you want, pose a question to a librarian and give your contact info so that we can get back to you and answer your question the best that we can. Back to the left side of the screen, we've got some quick links. So these are going to be some of the most useful resources and services that we have for you. So we've got our databases, which I'll be showing you in just a minute. You can reserve a study room. Those are very popular. You can submit an interlibrary loan request. If you're looking for a specific resource that we don't have access to, you can submit a request and we can try to borrow that from another library. Depending on the availability of the resource, you know, sometimes it takes a little bit longer to get. So if you're wanting a physical book, that can take a week or two to ship to us. But if you're requesting an article, some libraries will lend articles, and those we can get in a much quicker time frame, like a day or two sometimes. So just because we don't subscribe to something doesn't mean you can't use our site to get access to it. Course reserves. So if you're in a class and your instructor tells you that the library has a copy of the text on reserve, you can ask for that at the circulation desk, and you can also go to course reserves here to check the availability of those items. Citing your sources is going to take you to a page with a lot of citation help. So we've got manuals of the different styles available in the library. So those are books that we have available for you in the library on the right side there. We've got on the left side here a list of different styles that we have resources for. So if you're looking for APA, we can look at this, and this has different links to different resources. The Purdue OWL, formatting an APA paper, and we have those resources for several different types of writing styles, as well as a link for the UFAS Writing Center, and some information about plagiarism as well. So back to the home page. As you scroll down, you'll find contact information for the library in general, our socials. If you want to follow us and see what we're up to, There's a form for giving us feedback. If you want to tell us how we're doing, what you think about any services or any anything that you'd like to see us doing or offering in the library, you can click there and let us know. And then at the bottom in the center is going to be some sort of news blurb. So right now it's about how we have automatic renewals. If you have checked something out at the library and it comes up to be due, it's going to automatically renew for you if you have a renewal available on that item instead of telling you to contact the library to renew. So that should make things a little more convenient for everybody. We have a link for the Pebley Center, our historical archive on campus. A link for you to schedule an appointment with a librarian. So that's the same link that I put in the QR code earlier. And then we also have a link to specific research guides, which will be helpful. Those are curated by librarians, and those are helpful resources in particular subject fields. That leads us to our final segment, which is searching in the subject-specific databases. So if you come over here to the quick links box on the left side of the screen and click databases, that takes you to our full A to Z list of databases. So we have 97 available for you to search in. If you know the name of a database that you're looking for, you can click the letter of the first letter in the title to get to it quickly. What I'm going to show you today is looking for databases based on your field of research. So you can look at this drop-down menu and find the subject that you want to search about. So social work. And that's going to give you a shorter list of databases that we expect to have resources helpful for social work research. This is going to start with a highlighted box at the top labeled Best Bets. So this is where we think you're most likely to find useful research resources about social work. I'm going to go ahead and click on Academic Search Complete. And when you go to a database, some of them will look a little bit different, but they mostly work about the same way. This is what the EBSCO databases are going to look like. So if they're being provided by EBSCO, they look like this, and they'll tell you right here at the top which specific EBSCO database you're searching in. So this is Academic Search Complete. We default to an advanced search with 3 different search bars. You can click over to a basic search, but that's not what I'm doing today because I want to show you a little bit about Boolean operators while I'm here. So in the first search bar, you want to type in just one keyword or phrase. So in databases, instead of searching for an entire sentence or entire research question, instead, we want to extract out just the keywords and phrases that we want to search for. So, for example, you can see that when I start typing in a word, when I get to about 3 letters, it's going to start suggesting phrases and terms for me. This means that these phrases are already subject terms in the database, so there should be articles related to these topics. I'm gonna put family support. Over here to the right, you can tell the database where you want to search for that term or phrase. So you can search all fields, you can search for an author's name if you want, you can search just the title if you want this term to be specifically in the title of the article. I'm going to select subject terms. I want this to be a subject term connected to the articles that the database brings back. When you enter your second term, you have to tell the database how to treat that term in relation to your first term. So we use a Boolean operator to do that, and is going to narrow your search in relation to just searching for one key phrase, in that the database will now only bring back articles which have both the first term and the second term in them. Or is what we use if we want to broaden the search to include another term. So this will return any results that have either the first term or the second term in them. So they don't have to have both. They can have either or. Not is what we use if we want to exclude a certain term. So I'm maybe getting a lot of results about preschool children, and I perhaps want to focus on college age students. So you could use not to exclude the term preschool or early education or something like that. I'm going to use the term and to add family support, and let's go ahead and put in preschool as our second term. Once again, I can say I want that to be a subject term, or I can search, I can do that however I want. Before I click search, I want to come down here and look at my filters. I'm going to limit by full text because I don't want to use any article in my research that I don't have access to the full text of. My instructor told me I need peer-reviewed resources, so I'm going to click that peer-reviewed box as well. Publication date, I don't want stuff for all time. I want to focus on just the past 10 years, so I can tell the database that's all I want. And you don't have to fill out all of these fields. You just use the ones that are useful for you. So I'm not going to play with all of these, but I am going to say I'm only fluent in English. So that's the language I'm going to select. So you can select whatever language or languages you're fluent in. Once I'm happy with my filters, then I will click the search button. And I only got 3 results. So that is a really short list. That is very manageable. I can look through each of those pretty thoroughly and work with them. If, however, the database had returned a really long list of results, like sometimes you'll get thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of results. So if you need to narrow down more from your first list of resources, you can come over here on the left side and click that and go back into your filters, and you could narrow down more from there, or you can take off some of the filters that you had applied if it turned out it was too narrow. So from here, you can scroll through the different resources, look at the different titles that are coming up. This might inspire you with some new search terms that you can try in another search or to add to your existing search. If you find something that looks like it might be useful for your research, you can click the access options here to go straight to the full text, or you can click on the title and usually you'll be able to scroll down and read an abstract. So that's going to be a summary that's about a paragraph or two, and it's going to tell you all about what's in the article. You know, we're not avoiding spoilers here. They're going to tell you everything, including typically what the findings were, what the author's conclusion was. So use the abstract to help you determine if that article is going to be relevant to your research question and the topic and how you're approaching it. If it looks like it's going to be useful, then up here, you can go to the access options. You can download it to save it for later. Those options are over here as well. And these little quotation marks you'll see is labeled as cite. If you click on that, this little pop-up box comes up and you have a drop-down menu. You can select the citation style that you're working with. So APA 7th, MLA 9th, Chicago. I'm going to stick with APA for this one. And you can just typically copy and paste that citation information straight to your working bibliography. You always want to keep a working bibliography of all of the resources that you might use, even if you don't end up using them, just in case you have to go back and look at that resource later. Keep a working bibliography. You can then take that citation information out of the bibliography for your references list later. So typically, you know, check it to make sure the capitalization and everything is in the correct format, but typically you'll be able to copy and paste straight from that little pop-up box. And that should be a useful way to help build your references list. I think that's everything I wanted to show you in the databases. So I'm going to share my contact information with you one more time so that you can see that again. Like I said, get in touch with me if you have any questions about the library, resources, anything on campus really. If I don't have the answer, I'll do my best to get you in touch with the person who does. So feel free to drop by or make an appointment anytime.